They forged an alliance with her and let her into their minds. They guarded her legacy for as long as they could, but sadly their race was not to live forever. Destiny decided otherwise, and thus the torch was passed to my ancestors. We hid ourselves away for hundreds of years, helping her as we could, keeping her secrets. The ink has faded and the rest of the page. Continue to the next legible segment. Dragons consume magic, but they do not destroy it. They hold it within themselves like a sponge holds water. And I only hope we were faster than the scavengers and the power mongers who would use her body to their advance. Master of Peace may have unwittingly left a trail. Cool. That's the end of that. Ta-da! Follow the trail of the Master of Peace and the Saboteur Pursuer. Head to the area in Dry Top where the clues end. Get my minions back. I don't know where they all vanished to. Can't talk to them. Or them. Nice timing. I was just about to have Scruffy punch a way through the vine gate. I won't stand in your way. Go ahead. Do it.
Give my creation life.
Is it here? It must be here, somewhere. No.
There he is. Stop!
Where's the Master of Peace?
Go away. Go away, go away! He's mine!
Crazy Sylvari.
Refreshing. You will obey.
Enough! Unhappy times. Unhappy. Must find the master.
Is he talking to himself?
Yes, you're...
It definitely sounds delusional. The point is, we're stuck here and we'll break down this bomb.
I have an idea. If you can keep those vines from snagging Scruffy, I can probably dash through them.
Let's go. This fella is starting to put chills up my spine.
What dreadful business.
Watch my back while I smash these vines.
Refreshing. That feels good.
Oh, there he is.
Somewhere.
That'll do.
Yes. You're right. Getting
Camp is
close.
too large. I can't get us across from here.
Have no fear. The option to have Scruffy toss us over is still...
No.
Thank you for the offer, Tiny, but I'm inclined to agree with Rox. You could conjure up a bone bridge, but it wouldn't cross the whole distance. It won't last forever, but it might last long enough for one of them to get across. I'll go. Once I'm on the other side, I can weave a portal between here and there. I'll just need you to watch my back.
For a brief moment, there was a crystal there.
Alright.
There's an achievement in here for sneak up on the saboteur during the chase and land a blow for the Zephyrite. I think you have to go behind him.
Alright.
No, not right.
Yeah, that would have been this side. Just where he was. It was just standing here. And I bet you had to come through down this side.
Yeah, he would have had to do it without triggering the dialogue.
Yeah,
'Cause now the
probably.
option is gone.
Hey, stop what you're doing right this minute.
Not on your life. Though perhaps on your death. I will continue and I will be victorious.
My minion.
Enough!
Hey, perhaps this will help.
Taking it farther away.
Don't let him escape.
You waste my time. Come here.
Aaron.
What? Huh? You're here!
Aaron, you have broken your Zephyrite vows.
Trivial vows, trivial people. I've seen the bigger picture. You are in my way.
You've lost your mind and your true heart. I'm sorry. You will not prevail.
See you on the other side.
Yeah, I remember not liking this fight at all.
I had help from Jazz and when I did my version of it. I don't really remember doing much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember just getting battered around a lot every time I try to use these crystals to get up there. By the time you get up there, you get knocked back down, and it's like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, because we have to fight him, eh?
Yeah. And he just keeps doing these AoEs where if you get caught in them, you get knocked off the ledge.
And there's an achievement for not getting knocked off, which I
Yeah.
just failed,
Yep, me too.
and I'm about to be dead.
but good.
Low on the turrets.
Or you can just run up this ramp.
There's a ramp? Oh. Ow, no, 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 no. Damn it. Ugh.
My minion!
Yes.
Well, I didn't get any of the potential achievements there. That sucks.
Yeah, this fight is frustrating.
It is very hard, yeah. Or not hard, but annoying.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service. I'm sorry you got involved in my troubles.
Why was he after you?
He started losing his mind on the ship. He's the one who sabotaged it, you know.
Yes, we know. Did he want revenge on you for something?
No. He wanted me to give him power. Great power. That he couldn't handle. I refused. He could not let it go.
Will you come back now? We can escort you.
No. My journey has only just begun. You will tell my people that I am well, and that I continue onward?
Yeah, sure, we'll tell them. Won't they ask where you're going?
No. Those who don't know my destination know enough not to ask. Be well. I'm glad our paths crossed today.
We should check his body. I want to know everything there is to know about him. He came through Prosperity. Maybe some of us should go back there and see who else saw him. Great idea. Maybe he said something to someone there. You never know, but we still don't know why he was so intent on killing the Master of Peace. I have to confess, his insane ramblings reminded me uncomfortably of Scarlet. Me too. Do you think he was an ally of hers? It's possible, but he didn't mention her specifically. I've got a bad feeling. I was deeply unnerved by him. All I could think about was Scarlet and Lion's Arch. What if Scarlet was the tip of the iceberg? Dun dun dun! What if all the Sylvari are crazy? And it's just a matter of... I mean... That's a ludicrous idea, Marjorie. How could you ever say such a thing? I told her off for you. So can I speak to any of these others? Yep. I know what you're thinking, but you're wrong. This criminal was nothing like Scarlet. She has, or had, a vision. This guy was just pitiful. Explosives, really? Those went out of style in the 1200s. Nevertheless, they both killed a lot of people. I know, and that's very sad and evil, but still comparing him to her is like comparing a farm bull to a steam minotaur. I think you may be biased. Not at all, I'm quite logical in my methodology. On a point-by-point basis, the nodes simply do not add up to a significant degree, and okay, I get your drift. Don't you find it strange that the Zephyrite leader would walk off into the wilderness when his people are lying in ruins? What could possibly be so important? We may never know. Or maybe we will. It's just that they never struck me as such a caring people. Do you suppose he's in shock? It didn't seem like it. It seemed like he was on a mission. Welcome back, Deepus. I've heard some of the Zephyrite talking about certain treasures they were carrying on the ship. Perhaps, I don't know, perhaps he's looking for them? Or perhaps he's safeguarding them. You don't suppose that's why the Saboteur was after him, trying to get his hands on the Zephyrite's treasure? If so, it answers some of our questions. Hey, do you guys remember seeing the Sylvari when you last visited the Zephyrite? I wonder when he got on board. I'll have to think about that. In any case, Frostbite and I are going back with Bram to Prosperity. See you there. Bram? Why don't Rox and I head back to Prosperity? You can meet us there. I'm starving. I'm heading that way myself. That was everybody. Okay. Llama hair and a few bits of straw stuck to Aaron's clothes, as if he slept in a barn or an animal pen recently. Prosperity has some farm animals. I should talk to someone there. A slip of paper is slipping out of the pocket. Pull it out and have a look. The piece of paper is torn, the lettering is frantic, and only partially legible. Gone. The left half of the paper is missing, but the remaining piece says, "Leader will die, the rest will fall in line, we will not fail, the rest is unreadable."
Dun dun.
That's it. You think Rox is cute? Big kitty eyes. Kind of a cuteness to it.
She is.
Timy's the best, though. Timy's adorable. I mean, when she's not inside a huge golem.
Side scruffy.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I think same dialogue options. Right, that's that. It's the baby face on an adult body. It kind of is a little bit, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, so where are we again? Alright. Oh, we're supposed to be inside this building. Okay. Ugh. All gone. I'm ruined. What happened here? Giant vines and hostile plant things tore this place apart. They killed most of my regulars. Sorry this happened to you. Sorry to bother you with this, but have you seen a strange Sylvari around here? Sure, but she was gone long before all this happened. She was a creepy one, though. Rolled into town with a huge load of crates and bought a place to haul up in. She? I'm looking for a male. In that case, I haven't seen him. This other one, though, she kept to herself, and we let her be. You should have seen her with those crazy red stalks growing out of her head. Wait, really? Who'd know more about her? Ask around if anyone's left to ask. Maybe someone in town actually tried talking to her. When there was still a town here, I mean. Thanks for the information. So he's talking about Scarlet.
A new face.
Oh gods, look what it did to him. That could have been me. What are those things? We're trying to figure that out. You know of a female Sylvari who came here? I remember her. She came around asking about rumors herself. Said she'd heard something about the mine and some magical underground river or something. She was looking for it. I told her that if we hit any underground river, we'd abandon the mine on the count of how they tend to flood everything out without notice, and miners drown. That didn't discourage her. Did she find it, the underground river? No idea. All I know is that she was looking for something. She had excavation equipment and crates. Maybe she found it and it carried her away. I don't know. Thanks. Yeah, this guy here.
I don't see a body.
You don't see a body hanging from this vine? Oh, interesting.
Oh, up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were looking at the ground.
No. You've got that look in your eye. What do you need? Information on a Sylvari who lived here. I wouldn't say she lived here, just came and went. Moved equipment through here. She'd go into her room and wouldn't come out for days, sometimes weeks. Ah, she was a gamer. Gotcha. Do you know who she was? Some engineer with an obsession all over her face. Far as I know, she never said more than 3 words to anyone. And only then if she needed food or something. What was she doing here? No idea. There are others around who know more about her than I do. I kept my distance from her while she was around. Thanks. Okay, that's not the person I want to talk to. There we go. That came out of nowhere. I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm assessing the situation. What do you need? I just want directions, actually, to that mysterious Sylvari's room. Ah, you thinking of breaking in and looting her place? Not recommended. That one took personal security to a whole new level. Do you know who she was? She wasn't a friendly type, despite those perky red pigtail flowers on her head. None of us figured she'd have had anything worth the risk. We want to take a look. Where is it? Right over there. Remember, I warned you. Okay. Okay, rocks. I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking it too. The scary Sylvari was Scarlet. Exactly. But are we sure? Who else could it be? It all adds up. So, what do you want to talk about? That door's got to be trapped. We'll proceed with caution. Twitch just dropped the quality to 160p. Wow. Yikes. That's pretty bad.
That is really bad. Like, that's uber potato.
That is, yeah. That's like, you might as well watch it on like an old Spectrum or something. Or an Atari. What are we waiting for? We're all sure it was Scarlet who was in here. Did you hear that char by the well? I heard, but we have to be careful. It could be a trap. You stand back. I'll break it down. Not so fast, Bram. What does Rox say? She thinks, and I agree, that we need to get in there safely. Seriously, we don't have a key. I say bust it down. I'll have Scruffy do it if you don't. It's got to be one of her layers. So we're all in agreement. Stay in your golem. The door may be trapped. Examine the door.
Stay by me, Tiny.
The crackle of magic creates a steady hum around the door. It's locked and the threat is clear. Decide how best to approach it. Okay, well, guess we just break the door down.
Go forth, my minion.
Could count the pixels on my face with just your fingers. Wow.
All clear.
Can you tell? Is it really Scarlet's room? What?
There she is.
Here she is.
Scruffy, come, stand guard. Come on, Bram, get in here.
Scruffy just glitches through the wall.
Yeah. There are a lot of NPCs in this very small space.
And all my minions. Your pet.
No, I just.
Oh, you just stored him, yeah.
Looks like the villagers were right. Scarlet was here.
The dust in here is thick, and these plants are all but dead. She definitely hasn't been here in a long time.
Well, yeah, since she's dead and all.
Look, look, look! This is a historical find!
Careful now. You'll pop a gasket.
She hasn't been here in a very long time. This, oh, and that, great Glarg!
Language.
Sorry, I didn't know you spoke Eton. What is this
What do you say we
place?
break open some of these crates? One good whack with my mace and...
No, no, no! Be careful. You could destroy something extremely valuable.
We should probably
Nord
report this to
smash.
somebody. Ellen Keel, perhaps?
No, no, are you crazy? You can't tell anybody. They'd come and take it all away. I need time.
What do you need time for? You don't need to be digging in this old junk.
It is not junk.
Scarlet's dead. Let's let sleeping dragons lie.
I
Glad
found
that's
something
over.
interesting over here. Come and see.
Okay, so.
Feels like we've taken a step back in time.
At least now we know where she got the inspiration for that weird hairdo.
Look at all this great memorabilia. Scarlet, Scarlet, Scarlet. Whatever were you up to in here? Be careful, Timey. You don't know what you'll find.
My fur is crawling. Let's get out of here.
So, speak to Cass. Look at this book and then tell me what you think, okay? Nature of Dragons by Ogden Stonehealer. Done. Or should I say, the Dragons of Nature? Yes, dragons have long thought to be as much a part of Tyria as the sun, moon, land, and seas. Or... no one, not even the dwarves, know how long they've been here. The Jotun and the Norm both have lingering stories passed down through the generations about the last rise of the dragons. Most scholars give these tales little credit, unfortunately, as so much time has passed. It was over 10,000 years ago when the dragons last returned to their slumber. The very existence of these tales, however, indicates that the dragons have awakened at least twice in known history. Ancient documents found now at the Derman Priory's collection reveal accounts passed down by other races such as the powerful seers and even the human gods themselves. Interesting. Isn't this fascinating? We hear dragon stories all our lives, but they're usually fairy tales and stories intended to keep young children from misbehaving. I never thought of them as part of nature. They are ancient elder dragons after all. If this is any indication, Scarlet's research into the dragons started early. I wonder what that was that attracted her to studying them. Their power, perhaps? It seems to be a theme with her. Yes, you're probably right. But she wanted knowledge too. Answers to life's biggest questions. She seemed to have recognized early on that the dragons were part of something more. Something universal, yes.
She must have been young when she was here. It looks like she was still a student.
I will have a more distinct conclusion later, but my preliminary assessment is that, yes, we're seeing remnants of her early years.
Look at this. How long ago would you say Scarlet was here? It looks like she was already studying ley lines.
Not surprising. She was well ahead of her peers. We Asura have been studying them for decades.
But you didn't know much about them.
They are elusive.
Is this what I think it is? It looks like ley lines. What do you think?
Look at this drawing, tell me what you think of it. Hand-drawn image is more symbolic than literal. It shows the world as a machine with various moving parts. The pale tree sits at its heart. Interesting. Though crude, it's strangely beautiful, don't you agree? Do you think Scarlet made it? Maybe. It looks like it represents Tyria. Tyria, if you're a Sylvari, the pale tree at the centre. Didn't I hear that Scarlet strangled the pale tree in some vision she had? She definitely had a love-hate relationship with the pale tree.
Do you think she was evil back then?
She was misunderstood.
She had to have always been evil. You don't suddenly turn evil overnight.
What about the branded? They did. They got corrupted.
Good point.
Hey, watch it with that tail. Oh, it's a steam minotaur!
Ow! Do you mind?
Inside voice, please, Tiny.
Timmy, you sound like a harpy.
Yeah, but did you see?
I see.
You're not even looking!
I love Timey. She's great. Do you see it? Do you see? It's a steam minotaur. I see. Partially disassembled one. Yeah, such a nerd. She is. The steam creature may have been a prototype. It has flaws. What do you mean flaws? Oh, I couldn't possibly explain it in terms you would understand. You'll just have to trust me on it, if you say so.
No one's ever going to be able to decipher Scarlet's chicken scratchings. What is all this assur and googly mook anyway? These symbols and things make me nervous.
Those are alchemagical symbols. I'm not exactly sure what they mean either, but I'll figure it out with time.
Looks like the villagers were right. Scarlet was here.
This looks like it was her diary. Take a look, tell me what you think. Trying when you get out of the way. There we go. Dear Diary, writing longhand is for the birds. I've discovered a device of Asuran origin that will allow me to record my journal from this point forward. Read. Do not think that I am ungrateful to you, but I must continue to evolve at every moment. The future awaits us all, and I plan to be amazing when it comes. This will be my last entry as an ink-splattering student. Starting tomorrow, I am a researcher, an engineer, and a visionary. I confess to a mixture of fear and excitement. I believe I found one of these mystical ley lines, and if I can study it well, to my understanding of Tyria's inner workings will increase in leaps and bounds. Who knows what the future will hold. I've never been very magic-minded, and both Omad and Scarlet were crazy. To think that you could see the whole world in one moment, it's ridiculous. Perhaps it's true, the mind is a powerful tool. Yeah,
that's another remnant of season 1 because they just say Omad out of nowhere.
Yes, that's it, and we're like, who? What?
Like, who the hell is
Who the
Omad?
hell? Yeah. I really want to play that. It would be so good. Yeah, and some people don't use theirs enough. Wishful thinking won't get you to the trough. True.
I think it's time to go. We've got more important things to do.
You do maybe, but I don't. This is the biggest day of my life. Look at all this Scarlet paraphernalia.
I agree with Bram.
You would. Look, you guys can go, but I'm not leaving. I need to document all this. I can use this to write the thesis that will make me famous.
I don't know.
She'll be okay. She's in a village. She's got a golem.
I guess it'll be okay. We'll be back for you later, Squeak. If you run into any trouble, find a Zephyrite. They can be trusted.
I will. Now stop worrying and let me get to work.
Let's get out of here, Bram. Between the dust and the weirdness, I'm done.
You be careful, kid. We'll be back later.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Tiny, stay out of trouble. We'll be back soon.
Hang on a second, there's mention here of a miner who found the leyline hub that Scarlet was looking for. I wonder if she's still here. Maybe you could go see. She's a non named Tosca. What are you going to do? I'm staying here. Do you realize the historical significance of this find? Not to mention the salvage rights. I'll be writing papers, treatises, and dissertations on this until I'm 80. I don't get the thrill. Well, no, of course you wouldn't, being you, but for an Asura, this is the find of a lifetime. I was fated to be the one who discovered it. You were fated? Yes, I knew from the first moment I heard about her that Scarlet's fate and mine were intertwined, and now I shall be her biographer. I only wish I'd had a chance to speak with her. What do you think she was doing out here? My developing belief is that she found a leyline hub somewhere in this area. All the evidence points to it. I'm quite sure she was performing research on it. It's so exciting. Okay, let's find it.
I need my supplies. Oh, look!
Yeah, she's excited.
If I'm not mistaken, there's a thing in here that you can turn on that will play one of Scarlet's journal entries.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, this thing that Timey is standing in front of. Or it's just a hologram of her.
Yeah.
Played something, though. No,
Can it be? My goodness!
Unless that's a bit later on, maybe. Okay, so exit to Dry Top. The furthest we've gone through is all the way through Season 4. We're now at Icebrood Saga. We haven't started that yet. Right. So we're back in the mines. Oh, they're closed up until we do this event.
yeah.
You guys intend to do migraine the achievement for the Heart of Thorns final boss. We don't really have designs on specific achievement hunting, unless it's, you know, like what we're doing right now in the stories. If there's one to get, then we'll try and get it. Oh, done. Cool. But we could always have a look at it.
Won't you stay a while?
You lost? No, I'm looking for the miner named Tosca. I have questions about the leyline hub. You found her. That's what that strange Sylvari female called the pocket of magical energy I tapped when I was digging out in the wastes beyond town. You don't want to go anywhere near that. Maybe, but I'd still like to know the story. I was mining copper and broke through into an inner chamber in the rocks. Suddenly a bright light blinded us. We didn't go any deeper, too dangerous, but changed the direction of our digging. You told the Sylvari woman about this? Yes, and you should have seen her light up. It was as if I was Tix and Tox delivering a special toy just for her. Where was this pocket of magical energy? out west of town, but that tunnel caved in just after I told the Sylvari what we'd found. I always suspected she'd collapsed it and dug her own way in. You should find her and ask her about it. Can't, she's dead.
The migraine achievement is intended for parties of 5.
Oh, really?
So as there's only 2 of us.
Yeah, we probably won't be doing it ourselves then. Cool, that completes Gates of Maguma. Nice. Meet back in Prosperity. Word reached me of some trouble in Drytop. Prosperity was attacked. I'm heading there to check on Timey. Let's meet up and see if the kid's okay. Wolf guide you, Bram. Cool. Matt counts for 4 is so dense. Oh, how dare you, Sam.
Oh,
wow.
Nice burn.
Wow.
Nice burn.
Wow.
I applaud you, sir.
Oh, you would. Right. It's actually break time anyway, so what we should probably do is go to Prosperity Waypoint since it's a safe waypoint.
Allegedly.
Yes. Allegedly. I've never been attacked there, so... yeah.
Apparently there's a free item in the gem store.
Oh, there is, yes, you're absolutely right. Let's have a look at...
Communal boost bonfire.
Oh, nice. Free bonfire, always good. Grab that real quick. Yoink. And cool. Okay. Right, guys. Time for our last break, so do get up and stretch your legs and all that kind of stuff. Hi, guys. Welcome back. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Are you having fun up there?
Yep.
My queen?
I was having a nap.
Okay. Excellent. So...
just like this.
You what? Oh, there you are, look. That's it.
If you listen carefully, there's actual sleeping sounds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can hear it. Cool. Well, there's work to be done, though. Up, up. At your own pace, you know. In your own time.
Okay.
Alright then, so we're back across here. In Scarlet's room. Zaras, hello.
Hey, Zaras.
How are you, my friend?
Timey? Timey, are you here? Timey?
I'm here. I'm okay. Scruffy protected me. Are you all okay?
Oh, whew. Yeah, we're okay too.
Everything started to shake. I barely had time to get into Scruffy.
Is she okay, Bram?
Yeah, she's okay. She hid in her golem.
I didn't hide. I was collecting important data.
Totally hid.
Did I hear you say Timey's okay?
I'm fine. Collie.
What's happening?
You need another vape. Yes, Alchemist, probably. Treat yourself.
I can't tell the difference either, Zaras, so you're in good company.
Yes, that's it. Every day just blends into one lately. I feel like the whole world is falling out from under us. I think we can all feel that way. We've got a new dragon to contend with. Nothing will ever be the same. No, it won't. Mordramoth did this, and it's only just starting.
Mordramoth?
Raises the stakes to a whole new level of awful, doesn't it?
Gods, we need a plan. What are we gonna do?
Good old Mordremoth.
So if you're all wondering how they suddenly just draw that conclusion, it's because the thing that we did earlier when we came to this village and we had to fight those giant creatures, they're classic Mordremoth-esque beings. That was supposed to have that is a sort of a representation of events that would happen from the end of the last story to the beginning of this one. Why Timey was hiding, because the village now just got attacked. So they're just drawing the conclusion that it's Mordremoth. You really think these vines are related to Mordremoth? All these deaths? I'm quite certain. What are we going to do? We start following Scarlet's trail. Scarlet believes she had the biggest picture, or seen the biggest picture. It was part of a delusion. I don't think bringing down the Zephyrite was part of Scarlet's plan, but she and both she and the Saboteur talked about the destruction of Tyria, I know. Erin said that a Tyrian leader would die. This makes me think someone or something was pulling his strings. That scares me the most about him. Trouble is, we have no idea who he meant. It could be anyone, though the biggest threat to Mordremoth is probably Traherne. I hate the thought that Queen Jenna could be in danger too. He said several other strange things too. Yes, like, it will be so pleased and I've seen the bigger picture. He sounded so much like Scarlet it was unnerving. I suspect we can still learn from Scarlet even posthumously. It's a shiny one, Alchemist? Nice. Okay, so who do we talk to? Timey. Can't talk to any of these others? Nope. For the record, I agree that this is Mordremoth's doing. It all started with Scarlet. We need to understand her. Did you see her voice recorder? Her books and papers?
Her voice recorder?
Yeah.
I'm sure that there was a voice recording in here somewhere.
Wonder if that box really was it and it just wasn't playing for some reason.
Maybe.
I'm just glad you're okay. What have you learned here? Lots of things, like Scarlet started with steam creatures, then graduated to Aether and Watchwork. She's released a bunch of the steam creatures into the wild. Oh, and she killed Omad. Again, Omad. Not Omad! He was her last mentor. He experimented on her with his mind-widening device, and that's when she saw the eternal alchemy, or what she thought it was. So she killed him for it? No, she killed him because once he realized his device worked, he started looking for her looking at her like she was a lab rat, not an assistant or student. He was going to experiment more on her. I see, but surely Omad wouldn't have hurt her. Historically speaking, previous generations of Asura, including Omad, viewed the Sylvari as an anomaly to be studied. When the first Sylvari arrived, many were victimized in the interests of arcane knowledge. Do you have any new insight into that drawing on the wall? Actually, I do. Based on Scarlet's writings and a holographic recorder over there, I've come up with the theory. I think that that's the representation of her vision. Her vision? Her mentor Omad made a device that opened her mind. When she tried it, she had a vision. At the center of the symbol I've seen used to represent the pale tree. And you think she drew that drawing after it? Yes, she claimed that she had seen the eternal alchemy during the vision. Symmetrical elements of the drawing and the pale tree at the center led me to that conclusion. But why the pale tree? Her vision saw the pale tree attacked by a thorn vine. She described it was doing terrible things to the pale tree. That sounds terrible. Did it bother her? It pleased her. She even grew some thorny vines to strangle Omad. The parallel with the vines from her vision is not lost on me. What about the ley lines? Have you learned anything new? The most interesting thing of all, Scarlet theorized that our waypoint positioning coincides with the locations of the most powerful ley lines. Was she right? Likely, but not yet confirmed. I need to do more research. I need to better understand the elements that drew her to that conclusion. Fascinating.
So, were you able to figure out what Scarlet was doing here?
She was studying ley lines, but I don't
happening?
Hey, come look at this. There's a passage behind this bookshelf.
What? Get out of my way! Let me see!
Settle down. Let the boss go in first.
Alright, but hurry up!
Come on, Frostbite, let's go.
Can we talk to these people now? Nope. Yes, alchemy alchemist. The eternal alchemy. History of Dry Top by Nicholas Sanford, 1070 AE. Now a barren landscape, this rounded basin may have held water many millennia ago. Sand now covers everything, blowing on the wind and eroding all, rocks and inhabitants alike. Unknown sentient beings, once but fragile hillside homes high on the cliffside. Some structures still linger, but will also fall victim to the blowing sand and hot sun. The area attracts outlaws on the run with something to hide, or those who are unwelcome among civilized folk for one reason or another. This makes the area dangerous for travelers such as me and Yakington. The migrating centaur packs come through here, it seems. There is evidence that they once had a refuge here. A large tree trunk, quite out of place, could have been one of their sacred trees. Despite appearances, the waterless area is far from lifeless, and it serves as a doorway to the Maguma jungle, the region of uncontrollable growth, life, and often death. Ooh, creepy. On the open page of the book, Scarlet drew a route leading up and out of the tunnel to the higher region of Dry Top. Examine it. The points on Scarlet's map trace a path winding across the higher regions of Dry Top to some unknown destination where she drew crisscrossing lightning bolts.
Zaros was saying that it's a shame we can't play Scarlet's huge raids on random maps. They've actually re-released 4 of the original missions from Season 1 in the most recent season. So the only problem is that you have to play through Season 5 to get to them.
Yes. Yeah, that was only... When was that released? March, was it? Beginning of March, I think?
Yeah, something like that.
This piece of paper was torn from a book. Letters sent home from soldiers in the Conan army have given us great insights into their lives. In the 11th century AE, their leader, Varish Osa, inspired great loyalty. In one particular speech, Osa praised her military and encouraged them to use the persuasive abilities to build the powers of Corner from the inside. She said, if properly convinced, you can get the whole groups of lesser creatures to work towards your goal without them realizing you're not working they're not working for themselves. Osa cites the alliance between centaurs and Cornan craftspeople as an example. Together they produced better armor and weapons and provided the Cornan people day-to-day needs. Interesting. And yes, you should get back into this, Zaros. Absolutely. This notebook titled Research Notes has a complex set of equations, drawings, and engineering blueprints. Okay, I'll leave it alone for Timey. Did you find something? You found something, didn't you? Scarlet left a map showing that she headed someplace to the southwest. I bet it leads to the ley line she discovered. You stay here with the others for now. I'm going to see where this takes me.
That looks valuable.
Cool. So I'm going to go back up real quick and double check that holo recorder. See if maybe it can trigger it now. Oh, it's doing it now.
I'll use it to record my life, my failures and my successes. Scholars of the future will study them. Are you out there, scholars? My black market dredge contacts continue to prove useful. For a little gold, they sell me their scrap iron so I can build my steam minotaurs. I've landed a lab assistant position with OMAD, an intelligent but overly gentle Asura. I should be able to wrap him round my little finger. Today, I'm 16 cycles old, and to celebrate, I've been testing my first steam portal with steam minotaurs. The last batch actually made it in one piece. I noted the tiniest hint of intelligence in a steam brain today as it studied one of the portals. Fascinating. 1 in 3 steam creatures is being destroyed by my portals. I must find a solution. I have not yet had the courage to travel through one of my portals myself. I need to strengthen the form resonator first. I may have created a new sentient being. My steam brains are mimicking my building techniques, designing their own version of the steam portal. It's thrilling. I finally moved beyond steam to aether, and I made my first leap through a portal. OMAD agrees that I'm ready for the mind-opening device. Tomorrow is the day. I saw it all. I saw the eternal alchemy. I killed OMAD, my mentor. I am no one's lab rat. The leyline hub is real. I found it, and I'm making preparations to study it. I've purchased a room in Prosperity with some of OMAD's gold.
You want a robot uprising? Because that's how you get a robot uprising, yes. It's like, oh, they're making their own portals now. Interesting.
The steam brains have shown ingenuity. When threatened, they build steam minotaurs from whatever materials they can find.
So they're like the replicators from SG-1.
I used a portal to send most of my steam creature prototypes into Lorna's Pass and Brisbane Wildlands. I no longer need them.
Interesting. You miss
Interesting
SG-1?
too, just to see her transition from Kiara into Scarlet Briar.
Yeah, where she's all like, oh my god, I'm so excited, I'm doing research. And then she's like, now I'm going to kill everything. Yeah. Yeah, Alchemist, I've been rewatching my way through SG-1. I'm still in Season 2. So I don't think I've quite gotten to the replicator thing yet. I'm not sure how far away that is. I think it's in Season 3. But yeah, that's going to be good. Okay, well, that's that. Right, so we need to go through to the next area. Yeah, I think it's after they met Thor. Because the first time, if I remember correctly, the episode, the first time they meet, well, encounter the replicators, it's on Thor's ship over Earth. Okay, so examine this. One of Scarlet's abandoned steam minotaurs remains where it ceased functioning while on its way out of her lab.
Seek harmony and unity.
The paper scrap. And written on this page, torn journal, our survey expedition arrived here from the Priory in 1327 AE, just after the Zephyrite airship fell from the sky. From our camp here, we interviewed the Zephyrite survivors and the peaceful, welcoming centaurs of Restoration Refuge, here in the uplands of Drytop. Savio had gotten to know a villager from Prosperity well before she was killed in the Mordrum attack on that mining town in Prospect Valley. He took her loss very hard. We've continued up to the cliffs. Remember us to Eragon, Cragstrider, and take care. Explorer Kitabu and Explorers Savio and Amoxley. To go next. Yeah. Okay, we need to be across there.
The vines will grow back in a moment.
Yeah.
Good. We did. We're good. This spot protected good? I feel better. Better, yes. Thank you.
One of Scarlet's steam minotaurs remains decapitated and abandoned here in the dunes. This may be where the head on her workbench came from. I just thought this place was pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like it down here.
This place is amazing.
And brimming with bad guys. The Inquest are here.
We know how to deal with Inquest. Let's clear this place out.
Wait, Rox! Let's be smart. Scarlet will have left security devices in place. They're currently offline, but if I can reactivate them, we can use them to our advantage.
Can't we just get rid of them the good old-fashioned way?
You could, but they'd be back before you know it. Scarlet's security can protect this area from future attacks. Clear the way to the first console for me.
What dreadful business.
Overriding access. Enabling manual controls on the... Ooh, zap weapons. Nice. Okay, it's all yours. Use the console to fry some inquest.
It isn't gonna blow up in our faces, is it?
Don't be silly. The chances are so slim as to be negligible. About 53%. I've tagged us all non-hostile.
All right. Let's zap some inquest then.
Ooh, I got an achievement.
So did I.
Kill 5 inquest with 1 barrage from Scarlet's turrets. Nice. Multi-kill. Maybe your favorite environment in the whole game? Yeah, this was pretty nice.
Well, the ones we can see at least. There's another console ahead. We'll have to activate it as well. Let's go.
You're enjoying yourself, aren't you, Tiny?
Using Scarlet's brilliant devices, even her earliest designs to neutralize Inquest? How could I not have fun?
I like how the ley line up above looks like encased in a spinal column.
Yes.
Like vertebrae. It's really cool.
Very nice, yeah.
You will obey.
Okay. If that's how you want to play it.
This one is a little more complicated. Nothing I can't handle, though. Is it my birthday? This one interfaces with one of her steam creatures. Doop-dee-doo and ta-da! Now you have full control. If badly damaged, it'll eject you. But its self-repair protocol should power it back up again once it's done.
I want to try it.
Not you. This one's for the boss only.
Because I'm special.
There's an achievement that says defeat the Inquest at the second console location as a steam minotaur without ejecting.
Oh, okay. Need to be extra careful not to lose this.
You're a natural. But as far as I can tell,
Nice, got it.
console up ahead. Get me to it and we'll be golden.
I gotta say, that look suits you.
No time to dawdle. Inquests don't give up easily. They'll launch a counterattack and we have to be ready.
Live, my puppy. Live!
Let's rumble! Last one and done. This will activate Scarlet's holographic defenses. Once they're fired up, they'll kill everything in here.
You do realize we fall in a category of everything, right?
Don't worry. I'm confident I can configure the system to identify our silhouettes as allies. It might take a bit, though.
We don't have a bit. Inquest incoming. Lots of inquest.
Tiny, work as fast as you can. We'll buy you some time.
Enemy retreating!
You will obey.
Ow, I just got knocked off the thing.
Me too.
That's not nice.
Refreshing.
That'll do.
I like how we were supposed to be buying Tiny time,
Yeah.
and she's fighting.
I was wondering the same thing, actually. Just, yeah. But shouldn't you be, you know, operating this console? Unless she's doing it in her golem. She's hooked herself up to it.
What dreadful business.
Hold on. Activating the defenses.
You're absolutely sure this won't kill us?
Absolutely. I give it a solid 53% chance.
I beg your pardon? Maybe you shouldn't.
It's beautiful.
And we're still alive. That's a plus.
Of course we're alive. I was joking about 53%. It was more like 78.
Wonderful. Looks like we're gonna be the only ones walking around in here for some time.
You did great, Tiny.
I know.
What is this place?
It's a cave.
You know what I mean.
Well, everything points to it being a ley line hub, and before you ask, it's where multiple ley lines intersect. Scarlet thought it important enough to set up a lab here.
The plant dragon's corruption has found its way in.
Yes, it's troubling, but it makes sense given how the dragons consume magic. They're undoubtedly attracted to ley lines, like spiders are attracted to flies caught in their webs.
That doesn't bode well for waypoints.
Nope, I'm afraid not.
There has to be something we can do about it.
I'm working on a solution. I've tapped into the Asuran Waypoint network to see which waypoints are being disturbed. It's far more widespread than I imagined.
How widespread?
Well, for example, the waypoints at Fort Concordia and at Fort Salma are behaving irregularly. If it's the dragon's tendrils, and I presume it is, then that's quite far afield. There are other waypoints being disturbed, but those two are the most egregious. It's interesting that they're both strongholds.
I'd say this requires some direct observation. I want to see what this is all about with my own two eyes.
Why don't we split up? Rox and I can take Concordia. You two head out to Fort Salma and say hello to your sister for us.
That's a great idea. I'd love to spend more time with Belinda. Get to know her better.
I don't care if you beg. I'm not going to either place. I have to stay here and continue my research. Nothing's changing my mind.
No begging here. Come on, Bram. Let's go.
You can never have too much treasure.
Cool. Alright.
Hi.
Every time I fight Inquest, I think about ending up in a cage where they experimented on me. It's my worst nightmare. I'd rather be dead. The Inquest are like that. Timmy told me the Inquest did horrible experiments on the Sylvari when they first arrived. They treated them like animals. The Inquest weren't the only ones. Yeah, that's it. Because they were so new, they were like, ooh, what's this? And yeah. I wasn't born yet when they first arrived, so they've always just been around for me. I can't imagine how strange it must have been for people who remember the time before the Sylvari. You know what you mean?
Hey.
I don't like to think about what the Inquest would do in this place. This group doesn't look like Aetherblades, but they're just as dangerous if they had access to Scarlet's devices. We'll make sure they don't get them. Don't get caught in their crossfire. Inquest weaponry can be nasty. I thought this place was sealed up. It was, but the Inquest are good at anything. It's finding hidden labs and raiding them. Let's see.
Greetings.
I'm ready to distract them with illusions if you need it. These Inquests are like rats in suits. They never come only one or two at a time. They attack in swarms. This place thrums with magical energy. Can you feel it? It has a stomach-churning depth to it. It's ancient. I feel it. Cool. Alright then. So we need to go to Concordia.
This is one of those few times when waypoints are actually mentioned as being canon, as opposed to just a player construct.
Yeah.
That makes it more convenient.
That's it. Then you can
They never
infer.
explain exactly how you use a waypoint because there's no console or anything when you go up to one. So how do you determine which one you want to go to?
Yeah.
How do you choose?
Kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
All
Especially if you're standing out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, definitely.